Hey, what's good everyone, I'm Og, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at Lost Castle 2 to see if you should play it, if it's worth buying, and pretty much of what it can offer you. So to start off, Lost Castle 2 is a roguelike single/4 player co-op that plays pretty well, but since I couldn't think of a better intro, here's this one instead. Definitely a Lost Castle 2 is actually an amazing game. It is intense, it is rewarding, it is a game for you if you like hoarding. It is a game of many references, from Elden Ring to League of Legends. It has bugs, but it's filled with passion. It is for you if you like fashion. Point is, Lost Castle 2 is a gem of a game, and let me tell you why, starting with its contents. Equipment variety. Just like the first Lost Castle 2 has an abundance of things for players to pick from. They got many different kinds of weapons like sword and shield, great weapons, katanas, bows, spear cannons, magic wands, and daggers. Not only are they adding in more types of weapons, there are also many types of weapons within these types of weapons with their own unique combo and special abilities. And then on top of that, they also got artifacts and enchantments with special abilities and buffs that can enhance your combos even more. So not only can you use a variety of combinations between the weapons and artifacts, the armor and clothing can also provide you with tons of effects and abilities too. Enemies. When it comes to Lost Castle 2, there's a decent variety just like Lost Castle 1. You got different bosses at the end of each map, mutated enemies for you to pass or smash, phase 2 with bosses looking like they smoke some crack. It's pretty okay with decent amount of variety and overall not too bad. If they could add more special ways to kill them though, that would be even better. Gameplay. When it comes to gameplay for Lost Castle 2, the performance can be quite smooth majority of the time. However, there are some minor stutters. While the stutters don't really affect the gameplay much, there are major game-breaking bugs. If you open up your game, the default language is set to Chinese. Co-op can just bug out randomly, forcing you to restart while the unstuck button doesn't seem to do anything.
What if it's hurting you?
No, he's just alive.
I mean, he's fully dead on my screen.
Bosses sometimes randomly teleports.
Take me to safety! That was a hard.
But I have faith and I'm sure that these will be fixed. So aside from how well Lost Castle 2 can perform, the gameplay of Lost Castle 2 is pretty much a dungeon crawler. When you beat in a room, you'll be presented with choices most of the time to move on to another room. Depending on what you pick, it could be shops, challenges, absolute garbage. It's a gamble. Replayability. Just like Lost Castle 1, Lost Castle 2 has a ton of replayability because the game is very difficult and not supposed to be on the first try. Each time the party fails, depending on how far they progress, they will be rewarded. So if you're a failure like me who's disappointed more people than I can remember, Lost Castle 2 is definitely for you. So now you may be wondering, won't that be extremely repetitive? Well, yes, but not at all, because every run through in Lost Castle 2 is randomly generated. Not only will you get a different adventure each time with different treasures and choices, there are multiple different bosses at the end of each map. Finally got the hang of fighting Behemoth? Well, now you'll fight the Thunder Spirit. Got the patterns figured out for mutated priests? Surprise, here's 2 bosses with each of their own unique phases. Point is, while the game can appear to be repetitive, it's not really with what's provided. Improvements. So if you played the previous Lost Castle 2 has added some really great quality of life improvements into the game. If you wanted to customize a character in Lost Castle 1, you're gonna have to keep pressing randomize until you find the character you like. However, in Lost Castle 2, you get to actually pick exactly what you want on your character. If you wanted a specific type of weapon, you can now disable the weapon types you don't like and pick the 3 that you do like. If you wanted to keep a certain look all the way to endgame, you can now upgrade your weapon and armor to make them stronger. So, should you play Lost Castle 2? Yes, it's a fun and challenging game with tons of replayability and promising updates for content and bug fixes. Not only do I have over 30 hours on this game already, I'm probably gonna put even more into it. Anyways, hope you give it a shot and see you in the next video.